Hey, niaje. Today we want to talk about the relationship between Kenya and Israel. Israeli. Now, here's the question. Why is it that Kenya supports Israel? Why do you think it's important that we support Israel? Yeah, I'm asking you. There's a very heavy history. As recent as Israel wanted to occupy Kenya and Uganda. But why do you still support them? Yet they seem to be like our enemies. Yeah. Here's the reason, Bana Kenyan, Bana. If you're a Christian, I'm talking to you Christians. If you go to the Bible, after the death of King Solomon, the Romans came and conquered Israel. Understand? When they conquered Israel, they occupied it for years. Years. Now, until the day that Jesus came and was crucified, if you realize, Jesus was taken to two rulers who were in Israel. So Israel had two rulers at the same time. Can you believe that? Yeah. There was Pilato, who was the king of the Romans. And then there's who? Herod. Herod was the king of the Wayahudi now, the pure Jews. So that is very important over there. The first ruler alikataa akasema nyinyi ni huyu ni mtu wenyu, nyinyi msulubisheni. But it is very evident that it is them who wanted Jesus to die because he was considered to be treasonous when he claimed to be the king of the Jews. So that's a big lesson. That tells you something, that Israel has two races. One is a Roman who through naturalization they became Israelis. Are you understanding? We need Israel. Why is that? Because they are representing planet Pluto. Romans, as few as they are not really very many people. Romans are not, si watu wengi by the way. Heads or Pluto is the one in charge of these things: wealth, death, and the underworld. That's the main reason why Kenya needs Israel. Why is that? We have our super leaders. There are three. We have the leader of the Nilotes, who is of course our president and our supreme leader here in Kenya, Hermes Ruto. Hermes Ruto is the one in charge of iron and mercury. So why do we need Israel? Yet we have a mercury leader and an iron leader, because the world is made up of iron. Hata zile nyumba mnaona pale mbele, without iron it cannot stand the way it is standing. Without an iron you can't make a gun, you can't make a spoon, you can't make a lot of many things. So iron is important. But why do we still need Israel? Same thing with the Maragolis. Maragolis, who are the leaders of Bantus, are the leaders of Luyas and Bantus, and is headed by Mudavadi. Mudavadi is the one in charge of gold. I have taught you that gold belongs to Mara children, and the Mara plus gold, you get the word Maragoli. So why do we still need Israel when we have gold plus the children of gold here? Again, number three, we have the people in charge of earth or land, the Kikuyus, children of the mountain, through their guy Rigathi Gachagua. Yeah, so we have every leader that represents any element that we need. Among the 6 elements, at least we have the leaders that are in charge of 5 or 4 elements. Another guy, Kalonzo is the one in charge of dead things like coal, limestone, building blocks. So you can't build that such an estate without who? Kalonzo. So again, we have all these leaders who are in charge of all these vital elements. So the reason why we need Israel is that we cannot access these things without them. They are the ones, their God is the God of the underworld. Their God is the God of wealth. So Mudavadi can be in charge of gold, but without consent or permission from an Israeli, he cannot access that gold. Same thing with you, Kenyan. You cannot trade in gold without consent ya Mudavadi. You're lying. Bila Maragoli wezi trade in gold. That gold will curse you. Utaona tu kiteseka more. The more you dig gold, the more you are cursed. Ushaona watu wanalichimbanga dhahabu kama wako sawa. It's because they have never gotten permission from us. Maragolis are the real deals. For those who remember the issue of Goldenberg back in 91, 92. Goldenberg haikuanza 92. Ilikuwa way back. The reason why to access that gold, you must have permission from 2 people, Mudavadi and an Israeli. Huwezi chimba tu bila hivyo. So for those of us who are asking, hey, why does Kenya always support Israel? Yet Israel are the guys who are in charge of apartheid. Israelis are racist or something. Let me tell you, go to Western Kenya. Utapata kanisa kama 20 na are named after Israel. You will find Israeli churches like They are not even owned by the real Israelis, these Roman stroke Israelis. No, they are owned by us, Kenyans. And by that, I hope you know what I mean. Yeah? Israel is very crucial because we are the real motherfuckers. We are the real guys. The word, you can't define Israel without a Kenyan or a Ugandan. You cannot. The natives, we are the blessed ones, the blessed children of God. Thank you very much. If you're a Kenyan, support Israel. Uone venye maisha yako itabadilika. Maisha yatakuwa smart. Usilete chuki. Asante sana. Meanwhile, let me admire the houses at affordable housing. Hizi nyumba jo. Nyumba za Ruto.